Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Black and Healthy. I wanted to have a candid conversation with you all and share a little bit more about my breast cancer journey.
Go ahead and hit subscribe. Let's walk this journey together.
In May of 2025, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and in July, I had my first surgical procedure. I had a lumpectomy. That's where they go in and get the cancer and take it out. I also had a breast reduction, and that was completely elective. After having 3 babies, my breast grew, and I wanted to go back to what was familiar. And so I had a breast reduction. Well, I'm just going to provide a little bit of background. While they went in to do the lumpectomy, they found 4 additional tumors. The first initial tumor that showed up on the MRI, that was the size of a pencil eraser. That was the first one that they saw. The reason why, they had to go in, they had to remove that. So when they were removing that, they stumbled across 4 additional tumors, so 5 in total. They were all microscopic, small, but nevertheless, they were forming and they were present. So they went ahead and removed all 5 tumors. And of course, I didn't find this out until I'm awake and healing at this point. They also did something where they test the margins of the tissue. You have your tumor. They took the tissue around the tumor, which is what they refer to as margins, and then they test the tissue that is left to see if there is any residual cancer. And for me, 4 tests, out of 4 tests, 1 came back positive. That let them know that, hey, there's still some forming cancer in my breast tissue. And so when I went in to go see my surgical oncologist as a follow-up appointment a week after the surgery or so, she let me know, like, yes, this is what we stumbled across. This is what MRIs did not pick up. Nevertheless, this is what they found. So she said that they recommend a mastectomy. And to be honest, everybody, that was my first choice, is to have a mastectomy. However, when I met with my plastic surgeon, she let me know that I had options, that I didn't have to completely remove my breast. A mastectomy is where they go into your breast. You can either have a single mastectomy or a double mastectomy, but they go into the breast and they remove all the breast tissue all the way down to the chest wall. So they recommended this for me because of the residual cancer that is still there. And I haven't had this procedure yet. It's coming up. And so, like I said, that was my original plan. Hearing breast cancer out of the gate, I wanted to survive. And so to me, it just felt like, okay, go ahead and remove everything and I'll figure out next steps from there. I have to have a mastectomy, and I'm going to do a double mastectomy, even though only my right breast was not infected, but had the cancer, because I don't want to look lopsided. If I'm going to do one breast, I might as well just do both breasts, for peace of mind. So that is the reason why I want the best survival rate. I want to be able to live a long life. I want to see my children's children. In my mind, that's what spoke to me as far as having peace that surpasses all understanding. This is the most extensive, but it's the best. It's the best treatment. So in the next couple weeks, I will have a mastectomy, y'all. A double mastectomy. I will be completely flat for a while. And I'm okay with that. I'm at peace with that. I just don't want any more cancer residing in my body. And so, yeah, I'm headed to surgery in a couple weeks. We'll go ahead and complete that surgery, and then I'll meet with plastic surgery. Actually, I've already met with plastic surgery to talk about how they're going to rebuild my breast and what options I have there. at least I will be cancer free. And like I said, I'm at peace about that. So in the beginning, when I first got the news back in May, before I even had the lumpectomy, my husband and I, we talked about all the different options and what was the best option. He wanted me to have the lumpectomy because that was the lightest procedure. Like, it wasn't going to take long. It was going to take about 4 to 5 hours. And so I did that to ease his mind. I've never been under anesthesia. I never had a procedure done. So I did that. I went that route to kind of settle him and to settle me. But when I came out, when I had the procedure done, the lumpectomy, y'all, it took forever for me to wake up. I can't remember exactly. I guess they were expecting for me to wake up like 30 minutes after the procedure was done. But I guess the medicine just agreed with my body. I didn't wake up for like 2 hours, 2.5 hours or so. And so that really freaked my husband out. And I completely understand. It's going to be interesting to see where we go from here. I just pray that the Lord will settle us. Nevertheless, I want the best option for my situation, for what's going on with me.